All right, guys, Poppa-D here. I got some exciting news. I wanted to come over here and put an announcement out. That's all I'm doing in this is announcing something. So I've been talking to Wood Jr. about coming up and riding the tail of the dragon with me. And he asked me, hey, let's invite some folks. So we're going to do it. So would you guys like to come and ride the tail of the dragon in the mountains of North Carolina with Wood Jr. and I? Here's what we got planned. July 8th, 9th, 10th, and leaving on the 11th. So we're going to go up and everybody would arrive on July 8th. We'll ride the Tail of the Dragon and the Cherohala Skyway on July 9th. On July 10th, we'll ride the Way Road and go over, may try to find a couple of waterfalls, ride out to Fontana Dam, ride Moonshiner 28, and that takes us right back up to Deals Gap, the beginning of the Tail of the Dragon. So you'd have a second opportunity to ride the Tail of the Dragon that day. It's 11 miles out and 11 miles back. And then we go back to the hotel. And then on Monday, we'd all go home. So really just staying there 3 nights. You would book a room for July 8th, 9th, and 10th. Everybody arrives on the 8th. Everybody leaves on the 11th. And so here's what I want to do and what we plan right now. Anybody wants to come, please come. We want you to come. There's a small hotel in Robbinsville called the Two Wheel Inn. The Two Wheel Inn, basically they took storage buildings and made a hotel out of it. So it was built to be a hotel, but the style is like the everyday storage buildings. And so you have a room that has 2 twin beds. They can be put together to make a king bed if you want to snuggle with somebody. And if you really pushed it, they could probably get 3 people in a room and give you a rollaway bed if there's any available. But each room has 2 twin beds. It has its own bathroom, a microwave, television, satellite TV, Wi-Fi access. I don't know how good the Wi-Fi access is, but Wi-Fi access. And right next to your room, there's a small motorcycle garage. I've been to this hotel 3 times, maybe 4 times in the past. You can fit 1 bagger in that garage. It's really tight. You can get 2 in there and shut the door, but it's really tight to do that. You can get 2 in there and leave the door open, or you can park right out in front of the room. It's fine. So that's really cool. And when we first started talking about this, which was last week, they had 19 rooms available, and that's really what's there. And I told the lady, hey, we're planning it. As soon as I know more information, I'll call you and let you know. So what happened is today we finally firmed up, and I know that Wood Jr. can go. Ross DeCross is coming. So I called the lady back and said, hey, we want to do it. Now they only have 10 rooms available. So we want everybody to stay here if we can, because they have a pavilion there with picnic tables, a covering over it, a fire pit, a place where we can grill some hot dogs possibly. I've got some plans for that that I want to do. And so we can go back after we ride, come there in the evening and socialize and just hang out and after the rides each day. And then the first night, actually, when we get there on Friday night, everybody's arriving. Hey, how you doing? We get to meet each other. We can go out to the pavilion, just sit around and talk, or we can come back out and sit in front of our rooms and talk as late as you want to talk. But remember, we got a long ride the next day. And then on Saturday morning, we're about 20 miles from the beginning of the Tail of the Dragon where we'll be staying at. So on Saturday morning, we'll get up and we'll ride to the Tail of the Dragon, and we'll eat breakfast. They have a grill there called the Dragon's Den, I believe, Dragon's Den Grill. And we'll eat breakfast at the Dragon Den's Grill right there at the Tail of the Dragon at Deals Gap Motorcycle Resort. There's a t-shirt shop. There's dragon statues, all kinds of things to take pictures. It's what you see everybody go to. We'll be right there. We'll hang out there for an hour or so, eating breakfast, socializing, taking pictures, doing what we need to do there. And then we're going to ride across the Dragon. Here's the deal. We'll ride across the Dragon and we'll plan to meet on the far side. There's a t-shirt shop, Harley-Davidson t-shirt shop on the Dragon, Tail of the Dragon Harley-Davidson. They don't have motorcycles to sell there. They just have T-shirts and souvenirs and that kind of thing. You can't miss it. It's right on the Dragon. It's on the right-hand side as you go across. We'll all meet back over there because what I want everybody to do is ride their own ride. Don't push yourself. Ride at your pace. Don't let anybody else push you. And we will meet back up on the other side. And once we collect everybody and everybody's done what they want to do there, we'll get on the bikes and we'll ride to Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson in Maryville, Tennessee. And at Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson, they have a restaurant, a barbecue place called The Shed. And we'll either eat lunch there or we'll just get sandwiches and take them with us on the ride. But we're going to get food there. Okay, we'll get food there. We're going to fuel up there, make sure we have plenty of fuel. And when we leave that, we'll ride back across the country to Tellico Plains. And from Tellico Plains back to Robbinsville, the place that we'll be staying each night, there's a road called the Cherohala Skyway. And for me, I love the Ride the Dragon just because it's famous and it's technical and there's all these twisties, but it's really not scenic. You're focusing on the road the entire time and you really got to concentrate. Cool. The Cherohala Skyway is a different story. It is 68 miles long. It goes from Tellico Plains, Tennessee to Robbinsville, North Carolina. It's Highway 143. And the majority of this road, about 60 miles of it, is up at elevation about 5,000 feet. So you're riding along this. It's like the Blue Ridge Parkway, kind of, except you can go faster. It has sweeping curves. It's got a few decreasing radius curves, but you can ride it. You can enjoy it at a good pace. And there are places, overlooks to stop and look at the view. Right as we start to go up the Cherohala Skyway, there's a cutoff. We'll go down that cutoff and go to a place called Bald River Falls. We'll check out the waterfall there. Really cool waterfall. And we'll backtrack to the Cherohala Skyway, ride over and go to our hotel. And when we get to the hotel that night, I'd like to have a dinner, basically get some hot dogs, maybe some hamburgers, but hot dogs, nothing fancy, some chips, drinks, water, soft drinks, that kind of thing. And we all just kind of get back there and we have a meal together. That's the plan for day one or Saturday, Saturday's ride. The ride is really, it's only about 176 to 180 miles, depending on what we do. But it's going to take us all day long. Trust me when I say that. It'll take us all day long because you're going to want to enjoy the moment. You don't want to rush it. You want to have a good time. It's going to take us all day long. But we'll get back to the hotel in time to have a grill out, a cookout, and have maybe a bond. They've got a fire pit, put the fire pit up and do that. And so that'll be Saturday. And then on Sunday, you get breakfast wherever you want to get breakfast, but we'll have kickstands up a little bit later. And what we'll do once we have kickstands up on Sunday, I want to take you on the Wire Road. The Wire Road is as technical as the Dragon. It's just not as well known. It goes up by Nantahala Lake. So they dam the Nantahala River, and they got a reservoir up there, and they release that water for people to do whitewater rafting below it. We'll go up around Nantahala Lake over to Franklin, North Carolina, and then we'll get on Highway 28, which is called the Moonshiner 28. It's a twisty road. There's not a lot of straight roads that we'll be riding. And we'll ride Highway 28 back over toward Bryson City area. We'll stay on Highway 28. We'll go out to Fontana Dam. Fontana Dam is the highest dam east of the Mississippi River. We can ride across the dam and potentially come about halfway back across, stop, take a picture with everybody on the dam, and then go back over to Highway 28, finish up the Moonshiner 28, which is one of my favorite roads to ride. And Moonshiner 28 actually ends where Deals Gap Motorcycle Resort is at the beginning of the famous part of the Tail of the Dragon. So we will go there, and if anybody wants to ride the Dragon a second time, there it is. You can ride it out and ride it right back. It's 11 miles out to the end of it, turn around and come right back. And then we'll all meet back at the hotel that night and have another time of fellowship. Dinner on your own that night, no cookout. You can cook out if you want to, but no big cookout planned. Dinner on your own, come back and we'll socialize that night, have a good time, talk about what we've done over the weekend, the fun that we've had. It's going to be awesome, 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 awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit excited. This is the kind of thing I like to do. I love to do motorcycle touring, and I want to share my backyard with you guys. This is where I live. For me, sometimes I'll leave the house, I'll go ride this whole loop and come back home. It's a 600-mile day for me. It's all day long, but that's what I do sometimes, and I enjoy it. I want to share that with you guys. I want you to come ride with me and Wood Jr. The deal is there's only 10 rooms available now. So I'd like for as many people to stay there as possible. So if you and a friend are coming, if you can share a room, that gets more of us there. That would get maybe 20 people there if we were double occupancy in each room. And then there are some overflow hotels very close by. Right next to the property is another place that has cabins, and literally it's less than a mile away. So you can book some cabins there, and I'll put some information in the description about that hotel. And then about 3 miles away is Robbinsville, the little town, and there's a Quality Inn and Suites there. And I'll put information and a web link in the description for the Quality Inn and Suites as well. So the rates at the Two Wheel Inn, where we're going to be staying and where the pavilion's at, where we have the cookout and all that stuff, it's $75 plus tax for single occupancy and $85 plus tax for double occupancy. It's a really cool place to stay. It's nothing fancy, nothing frilly. It's a great motorcycle place. That's what it was designed for. The Two Wheel Inn was specifically designed for motorcycle travelers that wanted to come and ride this area of the country. And then the little cabin place that's next to it, and it's slipping my mind right now because I don't have the information in front of me, but it will be in the description of this video. Their rates are right about $100 for double occupancy each night, and they have some cabins over there. I don't know how many, but there's an option very close to where we're going to be having the event at. And then only 3 miles away is the Quality Inn and Suites, and the rates there are roughly about $150 a night. It's a choice hotel, but I'll put a link for that in the description as well. So preferably, hopefully we can get as many people that are wanting to come to be able to stay right there at the Two Wheel Inn. I want to be able to stay there because we have all the access to have a place to gather and socialize and be covered in case it's drizzling or something. We can get under cover and still sit outside and enjoy the afternoon and the evening once we get back. It is summertime in North Carolina, so there are potentially have pop-up showers. So bring your rain gear, be prepared for that. Plus, up at the higher elevations on the Cherohala Skyway, if we get rain and we get weather, it's so high, it kind of creates its own weather system. So sometimes you can get spots of hail and severe weather up there. Hopefully none of that will happen, but I want people to understand that's a potential. So we have to be prepared for it. It's going to be awesome. If you have more questions about this, put me a comment down here. And that's the gathering there. So everybody will arrive there on the 8th. That means that you're traveling from wherever you're at to get there that Friday night. And I want to try to meet up with everybody about 7 o'clock that night and have a gathering, and let's all get to know each other a little bit before we get up and go ride the next morning, the Tail of the Dragon. So that's kind of the plan for the weekend. Back up a little bit. I'm leaving my house Friday morning. And if anybody would like to ride with me to Robbinsville, here's what I want you to do. I want to take and ride you on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And the part of the parkway we're going to ride is some of the iconic things that you see, the Linco Viaduct that goes around Grandfather Mountain, the curvy bridge that you see in so many pictures. We'll ride across that. There's a couple of roads that I want to take you down, up, and back up to the parkway that are fantastic motorcycle roads there. Either way, I'll lead us on a great ride from Boone, North Carolina to Robbinsville. and most of that ride will be on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and we'll just have a great day. So the plan for that day is for you guys to meet me, if you want to ride with me, at the Starbucks in Boone. That morning, I'll get up early and I'll try. I will not try. I will be there by 7 o'clock in the morning. That way everybody can come, we can meet, and we have kickstands up from the Starbucks at 8 o'clock. And we'll leave that Starbucks. We'll get on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's just a few miles away from there. And we'll have us a great day. So that's the plan. So if you would like to ride with me on the 8th and get an extra day of riding in some scenic roads that we're going to be 100 miles away from where we're actually going to be staying, or more than 100 miles away, meet me there and we'll ride. So if you want to do that, let me know. And if there's enough interest, I will certainly put a route together and make that happen. I'm also going to create ride maps that will work in Harley Ride Planner. They will work if you have the latest Harley GPS system. You can download them and make GPX files out of them and upload them into the older infotainment systems. If you do that, you just got to make sure that all the waypoints go. The best thing is we're going to be talking about it, and everybody's going to know where our planned stops are at, so you know where to get to the next place, and they'll know where we're going to end up each night. So if we get separated from the group, I want everybody to know where to go, so you're not just lost out there. So that's the plan. Sorry for being so long-winded, but I'm excited about this. Me and Wood Jr. rode the IBA 10 for the Win ride, and I got to meet him. We hung out a little bit that day because obviously we rode 1,000 miles, almost 1,200 miles together. Wood and I did. The IBA 10 for the Win finished up. We were still in Florida, but Wood Jr. and I rode from Florida all the way back to Savannah together. So we got those extra miles in on our IBA ride, and I really enjoyed his company. And so as we've been talking, we decided we want to do this. He said, man, let's invite folks. So that's what we're doing. It's no big thing. Everybody's welcome. Don't care what kind of bike you have. Everybody's welcome, and we're going to have a good time. So let me know if you're coming. Put a comment in the link down here, and there'll be more information to follow. And this is July, so you got 3 months to plan. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing to my channel, following my channel. I hope you like the content that I'm putting up. I'm trying to get better at doing this stuff, but I want to meet some of you guys. And so I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to your comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next ride.